I had the chance to speak with ESPN's Rich Cimini for an exclusive interview on a bonus episode of Boy Green Daily. We have that clip, plus the job security of one Aaron Glenn. We have that scoop as well. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. A couple of plugs. If you'd like to read immediately what this is all about, it's in the YouTube description down below. I wrote an article for Heavy.com, so you guys can jump ahead if you'd like. I also had an exclusive interview with ESPN's Rich Cimini. Boy Green Coffee Club members had early access to that video for 5 or 6 hours yesterday. So if you guys are a Boy Green Coffee Club member, you got to see that interview before anyone else. And then it went to the general public at 5 o'clock. And there's a lot of interesting things in that interview. I highly recommend after you guys watch Boy Green Daily, go check that out in full length. Just go to my video section and it'll pop right up. But there was a very compelling clip from the interview that was so compelling that I thought it deserved more highlight in the next available Boy Green Daily episode, which, well, it's today. There's a lot of you out there in the universe that believe Aaron Glenn should be fired after this season is over, which is one more game on this upcoming Sunday. And the next day is known in the NFL as Black Monday. That's when coaches all across the league lose their jobs. That's normally when head coaches are announced to be fired. Sometimes it happens on Sunday. Most of the time it happens on Monday, which again, Black Monday. And I wanted to talk to Rich Cimini about his wonderful story on Laveranues Coles, which we could talk about that later too. One of my favorite Jets of all time. But also during the interview, we got on some current Jets topics, and it included the job security of Aaron Glenn. And with everything that's happened, I wanted an update from Rich on what he's thinking, what he knows. This is a guy that's covered the team for nearly 40 years. So you'll see I include the question and answer in its full length of how I phrased it to Rich Cimini to find out the job security update of one Aaron Glenn. And I will tell you and confirm he was emphatic. Let's go to that clip. This is from my one-on-one interview with Rich Cimini yesterday. So I'll just phrase it to you this way. Rich, on a scale of 1 to 10, how surprised would you be if on Black Monday comes by and we get the headline that the New York Jets fired Aaron Glenn? 10, you're shell-shocked that it happened. 1, nope, I saw that coming. Where would you be at there?
I'd be in the 10 mode.
Okay.
It would be, to me, the most surprising thing, I think maybe that I've, in the last 10 or 20 years, was the Sauce Gardner trade. That one we did not see coming. You're talking about Jet alumni. I was standing 5 feet away from Darrelle Revis when that trade came out, and I said to Darrelle, they just traded Sauce. This was outside the Nick Mangold funeral, outside the church. And he's like, no, they didn't. And I'm like, yeah, they did. And I showed him my phone with the text, and he was stunned like everyone else. If Glenn got fired, I would be even more stunned. First of all, it would be wrong. I don't think that's in Woody Johnson's thoughts. You can't give a guy 1 year under these conditions. This was not a 1 year, hey, let's make a playoff run year. This was a 1 year where on November 4th, they basically tore it down and pointed to 2026. When they made the 2 trades for Williams and Gardner and sent those guys out, they basically shifted their entire set of priorities. It became about 2026 in the future. The last 3 weeks, we've been subjected to Brady Cook at quarterback. Nothing against Brady Cook. He's a fine young man. He's very polite. He's very classy, but he's just not an NFL quarterback. And so they've been, and I hate to use the word, I'm not a big believer in this, but they've been in tank mode. Let's call it for what it is. And so I find it laughable that the same fans who were demanding Brady Cook play the last few weeks and were demanding the tank are now upset with the coach for doing exactly what they wanted to do a few weeks ago. So, look, he's not getting fired. He is not getting fired, and I don't think he deserves to be fired. Now, has he done a good job this year? He has not. He has not. There's been very little evidence that he could get this fixed, but I think you got to give the guy a chance to execute his plan. These have been horrific conditions this year, and I think he deserves a chance to get another chance.
There you go from Rich. There was, and I'm seeing people reacting to that, that clip in the comment section. The first part of it was an opinion. Would you be 1 to 10? Would you be surprised if Rich Cimini, would you be surprised if Aaron Glenn was fired? Scale 1 to 10. He said 10. I'd be shell shocked, basically. And then at the end, he gave his reporting. Aaron Glenn will not be fired. So, folks, I wanted to go to someone that would have the best information possible. Again, this is a guy that's covered the team for 40 years. You may not like what he said, but the facts are the facts. Aaron Glenn will not be fired. Now, you guys all have the right to say and do whatever you want. If you want to continue every day to, scream in the comment section that Aaron Glenn should be fired, more power to you. Woody Johnson, he should sell the team. More power to you. To me, how I operate my life and everything is I try to spend time on things that could be changed. Aaron Glenn isn't going to be fired. We could keep screaming it. I won't be screaming it. I don't want Aaron Glenn fired. But you guys could keep screaming it out of the audience if you'd like. That's up to you. Blessed be he. More power to you. You could scream at Woody Johnson to sell the team. I don't like wasting time talking about Woody Johnson because he's not going to sell the team. So why would I talk about it? It's pointless. But if you guys want to, go ahead. So since Aaron Glenn is coming back, I think what we should focus our time, effort, energies on is how can we fix this? How can we improve this? Let's not waste time on something that's not going to happen. Let's waste time on things that could happen. Like, you guys can listen to the full Rich Cimini interview. I won't spoil the whole thing, but I told Rich after he gave that answer, and I'm like, okay, so Aaron Glenn's coming back. One of my concerns is Charles London, who is this former college running back, longtime running back coach, recent change to a quarterback coach. That doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in me that he can turn this around. Jay Klein has been talking about it a lot every time he said it in the comment section. It was a wonderful interview, and Rich shared that same similar concern from that perspective. And he believes that hire could happen this offseason. That's good to know, because we've had times where we've asked Rich. Remember, there was a big thing this past offseason. Can the Jets hire a director of football operations, like a football czar, to oversee the operation? And a lot of insiders said that's not going to happen. So our dreams are shot down immediately. The fact that Rich is saying, oh, no, that offensive hire you are seeking could happen. Okay, let's waste some time trying to figure out who that guy could be with a successful quarterback track record of development. And let's add that guy to the offense. He's going to make significant change to the defense. Let's do that. So that's what I would say. That's what I would say. Hey, by the way, we have a bunch of memberships flying in. And a reminder, folks, today is Happy New Year's Eve. Okay, tomorrow is next year. Tomorrow's January 1st, which means if you're new to the Boy Green channel, we do raffle giveaways every single month on this channel, every single month. Today is your final day to get your raffle tickets in for this month's contest. This month's contest includes, a Jet Santa Funko Pop. We'll send that over to you. A Nick Mangold tribute shirt. You heard Rich Cimini saying that the most shocking thing he's covered basically in the last 20 years was the Jets stunningly trading Sauce Gardner. Rich Cimini said he was at the Nick Mangold funeral, incredibly sad. Nudes. He also talked about his relationship with players, and you guys can go listen and watch that interview. I hope you do. I was very proud to talk to Rich. It was a great conversation. Very honored that I got a chance to talk to him. And he talked about his relationships and other stuff from the funeral, which on the surface is like, oh God, what a terrible time. No one wants to be at a funeral. But he got to connect with a lot of former Jets players, alum, and everything else that were there for that. And so we have our Nick Mangold tribute shirt, straight from the New York Jets. That's in our this month's raffle. So we have the tribute shirt, we have the Jet Santa Funko Pop, and we're going to send our tailgate in a box. So you're going to get all that stuff plus the tailgate action. And so all you have to do is spend $3 on a channel to be eligible for all of these giveaways. Yeah, I'll throw up the t-shirt so you guys can see it here. in the chat. Here it is. Some of you I heard already got it for Christmas, so shout out to you guys. A True Jet 74. That is the official Nick Mangold tribute shirt. I purchased this shirt for the Jets. That money went to the National Kidney Foundation, which warms my heart. And we're going to give away this shirt tomorrow officially, but you can get your raffle tickets in today. Raffle tickets are $3 a piece. I try to make it as cheap as possible, so as many of you can get in the raffle as you want. If you have one raffle ticket, you got a chance. The more raffle tickets you have, obviously, the better your chances are of winning said item. It will be randomized. It's a wheel of name picker. If Fred has 10 raffle tickets, he's got 10 slots on the wheel to potentially win it. And then it's up to the gods. I don't pick who wins. It's all up to fate. But good luck to any of you out there. I see we have raffle tickets pouring in. So let's go through them, baby. Mother effing Chew gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. That is terrific. NFC, you are up to 20 raffle tickets so far this month. Thank you, Mother effing Chew. Our moderator, Jared B, gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. You're up to 9 raffle tickets so far this month. Thank you very much, Jared B. We'll read all these new members in a second. And whoa, mamacita, our number one Austrian Jet fan with a 10-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Every time 5 memberships or more gifted on this show, we play a special video. Here's for you, Austrian.
Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Well said, Kevin James. Well said. That's 63 raffle tickets for our guy, our number one Austrian Jets fan. Beautiful. Let's read all these new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Let me get my reading glasses out here, which, by the way, are the same as my normal glasses. I'm not sure why I suggested like they were different. They're not. Let's go to Jared B and MFC's gifted memberships first here on the channel. Jared B, yours went to Rich Rise. Rich Rise, welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club. MFC's, yours went to the Crashed Jets fan. I'm so sorry. You know, it's tough times. The Crashed Jets fan. That makes a lot of sense. All right, the 10 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club from our number one Austrian Jet fan. Let's go to Maurice. Let's see. We've got Slam and Sammy. Max is New York Jets. We have CeeLo's 36. We have Tank for Ty. Some Ty Simpson love in the chat. Sir Luca. Franklin Fung. We got some people back, some new members. Mr. Flowers, welcome back. Ray Noble, welcome back. Brian Farrell just got a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Hey now. There you go, baby. All kinds of memberships being gifted from the high heavens. So raffle tickets all over the place. And hey, you guys keep those raffle tickets flowing. Maybe I'm going to throw some raffle tickets out there for the audience. So we'll see what happens. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you guys so much for the support. So just to get back into this, first off, like the video, hit subscribe. We did just, after that Rich Cimini interview, we surged over another milestone. So thank everybody so much. We continue to pick up subscribers at a rapid rate, which I'm very humbled by. We're up to, let me get the updated count, 8,241. So we've surged over 8,240 subscribers, baby. So the next one is, we're 9 subscribers away from 8,250. So we just keep climbing every day, baby, as we make our chase to 10,000 subs. But yeah, so long story short, folks, AG ain't going anywhere. And while I know that will disappoint some of you in the audience because you haven't liked a lot of what you've seen, and I'm not going to paint a picture here and think that AG's been perfect or good or anything. It's been mostly bad. I mean, the Jets are 3-13, and they're on pace to drop to 3-14 unless they upset the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. That seems incredibly unlikely, especially based on the recent play of the Jets, who've lost 4 straight games by 20-plus points. So that seems unlikely. And if that is to happen, the Jets will be 3-14. And the Jets will have one of the worst records in Jets franchise history. Only 2 teams in history, Jets could become the third, to lose 14 or more games in a single season. The Jets could join that group. So it's not good. It hasn't been good. I'm not going to fake it like it's been good because it hasn't been. But now that we know that AG is staying, let's see how we can flip this around. How can we turn this around? It's not just doomed. We don't just have to. If you think AG should be fired after this year and he's not, you can think however you want to think. But to me, I wouldn't just reside to the fact like, oh man, I just can't wait for this guy to get fired halfway through the year. Like, let's try to fix it. Let's try to have some level of optimism that we can turn this thing around. Let's not just roll over and die. Let's not give up. There's a lot of resources for this team to improve the talent level of this team. There's a lot of room to improve the coaching staff. We have over $100 million in cap space. We've got 11 draft picks projected, with compensatory picks also being considered. That's a lot of assets, a lot of ammo to do whatever the hell the Jets want to try to figure this out. And that's what I want the Jets to do. So we'll see. Let me go to some of your comments here. NY Jets fandom. It's okay for people to have different viewpoints of the team and in life. I actually prefer it, NY Jets fandom. I like when we have different opinions. I think that's good for business. NAS-B3K4P. There's no way you could have optimism with this team. I've had optimism for all my life, so I don't know how many more people are on my train with me, but yes. Yes. Dave Briga. If he's staying as Cimini believes, those assistant coaches like London need to go. What did he do with Fields? I agree. Charles London would be target. I don't like people getting fired and thrown out and everything. But again, Charles London is our quarterbacks coach. He is a former college running back. He was a longtime running backs coach in a lot of different places. And then like 4 or 5 years ago, he's like, you know what? I'm a quarterback coach. And I think the Falcons hired him first and he sort of bounced around a little bit. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't inspire confidence. Now, just because someone has never done the job before doesn't mean they can't. But just from a confidence standpoint, we're talking about confidence and optimism and all these things. If he remains a quarterback coach and he's like one of the main voices in the room, I don't feel great handing a young quarterback off to this guy. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Charles London is one on offense. I want, and we talk about this. I talked about this with Rich a couple years ago in 2021. The Jets hired Greg Knapp. Napper is his nickname. Was his nickname, and he was this guy that had just worked with some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, like Steve Young, Michael Vick, and all these other quarterbacks. And he just had all this experience and success. And I'm like, and when the Jets hired him, like, wow, he is the glue to the staff. There's a lot of young guys on offense with guys like Mike LaFleur, and I'm going to forget about some of the other guys that are now in different places. My memory doesn't serve me well here. But anywho, there's a lot of young guys on the staff, including Mikey, a.k.a. Mike LaFleur. And the perfect overseer of the operation, for lack of a better word, was Napper. And I felt so confident as a Jets fan. Unfortunately, we never got to see it, a tragic accident, and we never got to see Napper. In training camp, he unfortunately passed away between the end of mandatory minicamp and training camp on a cycling accident. And so, yeah, we never got to see it. But that's in theory what I'm sort of thinking about. An overseer, a guy with experience, a sage of sorts, that would give us confidence that, like, wow, he has been around development of quarterback and he's been successful in it. That's the kind of guy you want to add to the staff. I don't know who that person is. I will do more research. We will do shows about it. But that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Tony Alexio saying, terrible coaching, terrible results. Aaron Glenn must go. Again, Tony, he's not going to go. He is not going to go. If you're waiting like Christmas on Black Monday going, ooh, can't wait for that Aaron Glenn update. It's not coming. It's not coming. He's not getting fired. So, but again, if you guys want to talk about that and all that, that's all up to you. NC Green gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, baby. Love to see it. Hey now. Green, that is your 15th raffle ticket, sir. 15 raffle tickets. If it's not accurate on the scrolling ticker, I have it accurate on my Excel sheet, so don't worry, folks. So we have that accurate info here as well. All right, let's read that new member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. I see we have a super chat in here as well. We'll get to that in a second. NC Green, yours went to John LG. There you go, John. Welcome back to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Good to see you, pal. There we go. Beautiful. Let me see here. I know we got a super chat in here. Is it my pop's favorite shipmate? That it is. Let's go to him. It is DNY for life, baby. Every time we get a super chat, we hear from my beautiful daughter. That is the one and only Zariah Luna.
Wow.
AG Truther here with you, BG. Happy New Year, Coffee Club. Yes, I even told Samini I'm apparently an AG Truther, and as we were talking about it. So, hey, loud and proud, baby. I want AG to turn this around. Former player. He cares about this so much. He is so obsessed with turning around the Jets. And I get it. It's not showing in the results on the field, but he is so obsessed. He wants to turn this around. It is so important to him. And it's important to us, of course, as Jet fans. Let him try to prove he's the right guy for the job. 1 year is not enough. Unless, and I think there are examples all throughout history, if there's a scandal or something like the Urban Meyer crap, like there's no choice. You have to one and done that guy, regardless of what contract you gave him. But like, I know the results are bad, but I don't get Adam Gase vibes here from Aaron Glenn. I don't get Rich Kotite vibes. I don't. I get that he is in that department record-wise, but I don't think that he's just in over his head. He has no idea what's going on. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. But, hey, you know, we're all going to feel differently about all these different things. So, by the way, DNY for life, you're up to 18 raffle tickets for our contest. Appreciate you. Thank you, Devin. Thank you for the super chat. AG Truthers. Here we go. Jared B. talked about the draft. Right. The Jets at this current moment in time have the third overall pick. They could go to second overall if the Giants win and beat the Cowboys, which is possible. We were talking about this on our show yesterday. The Cowboys plan on resting some of their starters, basically. Like they'll play Dak at the beginning of the game, but pull them out in the middle, which would increase the Giants' chances of winning. And then, thus, if they win and the Jets lose to the Bills, the Jets could go up to number 2 overall. And if multiple quarterbacks enter the octagon that you think are pretty good, if that occurs, then we would guarantee get one of the quarterbacks, whether it's Dante Moore or Fernando Mendoza or what have you. So that's certainly possible. Ricky New York Live. BG, that person is Jason Vrabel, Packers passing game quarter. They'd develop Jordan Love nicely. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Ricky New York Live, for that as well. That's a great suggestion. Like I said, let's keep digging in on it. I see we have a question in here. Let me see if I can get to it here. Let me see. Phil, I believe, was asking a question. Let me see. I got it here from Jared B. Let me see. I'll just read Jared B's thing out here. Phil asked in the chat if he could send a super chat for you to gift memberships because he has an iPhone. Oh, like a like PayPal or Venmo, if that's what people are asking. Yeah, so I guess let me explain that. If for some reason you guys can't gift memberships or super chats or anything of that nature, and you're struggling in some sense, you can PayPal or Venmo me, and I can do some of it for you if you'd like. So feel free to do that. That is at BoyGreen25. It's at the end of the scrolling ticker. At BoyGreen25. BOY, green the color 25. And you guys can send in your money that way. Say, hey, here's some memberships, or hey, here's some super chats for raffle tickets and things of that nature. You guys can send those along to my Venmo or PayPal if somehow the YouTube does not work. So hopefully that answered your question, Jared/Phil. Out in the audience. I can't see your actual question or comment for some reason. It's lost in the sauce here. So you guys can either re-ask it or what have you. But yes, you guys can send that in as well for as well. Yes. Do all that. Yeah, they're all the same. So memberships are $2.99 a piece for those asking. Raffle tickets are $2.99 a piece. And super chats and super stickers can be worth the same as memberships. Obviously, you can super chat or super sticker any amount that you'd like. Lane Train, did the Jets keep Membu? They better keep Membu. I hope they keep him for the foreseeable future. Let's go to Gary, who says, maybe we'll get an interception next year. I mean, that would, if we go through the Buffalo Bills game without an interception, and, you know, with us going 16 games already without an interception. Seems more likely than not we're not going to get a pick. I mean, that would just be one of the most crazy stats of all time. Hopefully that's good news because they say that there's a regression rate, right? Like if you get a ton of turnovers 1 year, like the balls always match your way, picks, fumbles, everything. They say the next year it goes the other way. Sorry, you got a lot of this lucky stuff. Next year it regresses to the means. I wonder if you get nothing 1 year, does it blow up? Does next year are we going to be leading the league in interceptions? I mean, that'd be great. Yeah. Wrong Verb says, I just want to watch competent football. Apparently that was too much to ask for. Yeah, we did not see competent football. Excuse me. We did not see competent football this year on a consistent basis. That's for sure. And so on. I just can't see any legitimate coaches wanting to join the staff. Lame duck coach in 2026. Totally disagree. You could say that about Saleh. Saleh was... Let me make sure I get my math right. So 21, 22, 23, 24. So 2 years in when they made an offensive coordinator change and then they got Hackett for 23, he was 2 years in and you're like, oh boy, this is not going well. 1 year, you're like, it's going to be, I don't see any legitimate coaches coming here to lame. Glenn is not a lame duck guy. He's on a 5-year contract. What are we talking about here? I totally push back. Now, I get it. If he performs very poorly, he could be fired. But can't any of us, if any of us perform poorly at any point, we could get fired? Of course we can. So, no, I don't think. Could he struggle to find guys? And who are we competing against? I need to know who those teams are and things and have legitimate conversations. Oh, that job is better than the Jets and stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't view Aaron Glenn as a lame duck coach. I aggressively push back on that notion. Oh, terrific. Wow. Okay, folks, we just got some interesting activity here. Let's go to this. We've got some membership / raffle tickets coming in, baby. Let's go. A massive shout out to Snowball, baby, who's taking advantage of that PayPal Venmo world tier. We've got 10 raffle tickets coming in for Johnny Boy, baby.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
There we go. Hey.
Number 44.
Woo! 44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts.
Woo! Give me some!
So cool of Snowball to do that from Jets Worldwide, wide. He just sent in 10 raffle tickets for our guy, Johnny Boy. He's now up to 89 raffle tickets. Super cool. Nice gesture there, Snowball. So, yes, he just got 10 more raffle tickets to the contest. Thank you very much. Very nice gesture there from our buddy Snowball there. Beautiful. All right, I see we have a super chat coming in. Let me see if we can get to this here on the program. Here we go. A super chat from our guy, Frankie. Let's get right to it, baby, here on the program.
Wow.
$20 super chat coming in here. Thank you, Frankie. I've said it before and say it again. This team has no talent in all caps. It will take same to rebuild 1 to 2 years. I know everyone is frustrated, including myself, but the reality. I think that I don't question the reality in which you lay in front of us, Frankie. I don't question that reality. The thing I would say is this. This is and I'm not breaking news here. This is a quarterback-driven league. If the Jets get a quarterback, we're going to rebuild a lot faster. If we don't, we mire in mediocrity. That's just it, man. That's just it. So if Aaron Glenn can find a quarterback this offseason, Aaron Glenn is going to get rocket fuel and jump on a ship, and we're going to go to the stars, moon, and everywhere else. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl next year, but if he finds a quarterback, hopefully, ideally, it's in the draft. Then you can develop your guy and have your guy, and this is our guy. We're not adopting someone else's children. Boom, this is what we got cooking here. This is our thing. This is our player. He's going to have Jet blood in him because we're drafting him or whatever. Hopefully that's how it comes. But, there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat. But that's what it all comes down to. Sure. Does the rest of the roster need talent? I mean, obviously. I like what I've seen from the offensive line. Me and Frankie have disagreed over the ceiling or whatever we think the offensive line is going to be, or is, with what pieces are missing and things that AVT and John Simpson, what has to happen there. But I feel pretty good about the offensive line. I think Breece Hall's back in 2026 by either hook or crook, franchise tag or a deal. Garrett Wilson's going to be back. This offseason is going to happen. It's going to be free agency. It's going to be trade. It's going to be something where the Jets get a competent pass catcher across from Garrett Wilson and maybe a few. So I feel very confident that's going to happen this offseason. Braylon Allen's going to get healthy. Garrett's going to get healthy. So whether by veteran or rookie or both, we're going to get a quarterback upgrade this offseason. It's going to be hard to be worse, so it has to be an upgrade. And then the defense needs a ton of work. I won't lie. Defensive end, defensive tackle, off-ball linebacker, safety, corner. I mean, we literally need everything. It may be easier to list the things we don't need than the things we do need as it pertains to that conversation. So yeah, it's it is a challenge, but the biggest piece of a potential turnaround, of course, is whether or not the New York Jets can find a quarterback. And that's what I wanted to make sure. Frankie saying, by the way, please give my tickets to Johnny Boy. So will do. Thank you so much, Frankie. We will add those to Johnny Boy's total. Beautiful gesture. Thank you very much. All right, that will add 7 more raffle tickets with Johnny Boy's previous contributions that have come through here. So 7 raffle tickets to Johnny Boy. Thank you so much. We're up to 96 raffle tickets. You guys have been absolutely spectacular for Johnny Boy. So thank you. That's super cool how you guys have rallied around this, man. And again, it's up to the gods. So anyone that has a raffle ticket has a chance, but I'd love nothing more than to ship this over to Johnny Boy and we'll see what happens. Again, we'll pick that winner tomorrow at random and we'll see what happens. But Frankie, thank you for that. Yes, but we can't lie with this roster construction and the offseason to come. This is an important offseason. The Jets absolutely have to, work on this roster. They need talent. They need a quarterback. They need a lot of things. They need new coaches. I mean, this is a pivotal offseason for the Jets. Dave Brigga says, keeping London as quarterback coach with a new quarterback will be suicide for Glenn if he's staying. I agree. I think Glenn would do himself a massive disservice by not addressing the offensive staff. The defense has been terrible this year. The offense, especially with this Brady Cook at quarterback, has been awful. There have been some nice moments this season. They're one of the best rushing offenses in the league, but the Jets absolutely have to look at themselves in the mirror with the offensive room and say, okay, boys, we're very likely taking a quarterback in this draft, maybe even in the first round. They got to look in the mirror and say, is this infrastructure correct to support a young quarterback? We got to look at ourselves and say, is it? And then hopefully they have very honest conversations. And AG says after the season, he's going to assess all of his coaches. He's going to go through them and say, you stay, you go, you stay, you go. And hopefully so. Again, I normally don't root for firings, but Charles London just does not seem capable of the job. And he specifically this year obviously did a terrible job with these quarterbacks that have performed. Old Yank says, should we drop to Alar and grab Styles round 1 pick? Alar, if that's what you're talking about, the Penn State quarterback, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if Drew Alar is a great fit for the Jets. I guess it just depends, right? Because I want to develop whoever the young quarterback is. So Drew Alar probably won't be healthy enough to even be on the field in those conversations, but you lose those reps if he's not available to move around. And the Jets did take another guy, and shout out to Ricky New York Live, our boy Jordan Travis. The Jets did, draft a guy off a devastating injury, said, oh, he'll be fine here, and he wasn't. Now, every injury is different, but Drew Alar had a disgusting, ankle break or something of that nature. I don't have his medical things in front of me, but he had some that. It's a risk. You're getting a talented guy later, but I prefer a healthy guy coming in here. But, maybe there's a case to be made depending on where he could be had in the draft. Maybe there's something to be said for that. Yes, that I'm a little not sure. Yeah, fandom saying, oh, whoops, excuse me. We're getting so many comments in here, I can't even get to it that quick. Jared B says we got to bring in a veteran quarterback for sure. Either way, I agree. It would be insane for the Jets to, even if they take our boy Fernando, they have Fernando and like Brady Cook and whoever. Like, you have to have a legitimate veteran, I think. And yes, Happy New Year to everyone, and please, safe New Year. Make sure you guys, please, if you go out and about, make sure you please be careful and have a designated driver just in case, if you guys partake. All right, let's do this. There's a lot of comments. I'll get to more of those. Let's open up the phone lines here on the program. We got more coming for you here on a Wednesday. It is New Year's Eve, baby. It's our final day for your raffle tickets. Keep sending those in. We're about to open up the phone lines. We'll take your calls. And again, highly recommend, please, after this Boy Green Daily, please check out my full interview with Rich Cimini of ESPN. I respect the hell out of Rich. He's one of the longest tenured beat reporters in football history of how long he's covered a singular team. So all the love to Rich. He just has all kinds of fun stories. I wish we had even more time. We ended up doing like 20 minutes, but he was very short on time. So I appreciate the time that he was able to give us. So hopefully we could circle back during the offseason. There's a lot more I want to unpack with Rich. So hopefully we could get to that point. We'll have other special guests coming up here on Boy Green Daily. So make sure you guys like the video. It's a free way to contribute. Also, hit subscribe, baby. Like I said, we just recently surged over 8,240 subscribers. We're trying to reach 10,000. So keep hitting that subscribe button, baby, and show your support. We'd appreciate it. We'll take a quick hep time out. Up next, your phone calls. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Boy Green daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets. Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Nice. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
Welcome back to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show. I just saw this comment from Hypno. He says, keep kissing Glenn's loser ass. Wow. Okay. Well, that, Happy New Year to you, buddy. Zoinks. All right. There we go. Anywho, I do see we have a super chat before we get back to the phone lines. I love just the bluntness of some of your guys' responses. That's tickling. All right. Lou B, Super Jets fan, chiming in.
Wow.
If Giants win, do we 100% get the second pick? So if the Giants win, we do leapfrog them as long as we lose. So that's another key component of the puzzle, of course, is if Giants win, they could fall back as far as 7, potentially, depending other results. But that's the worst that they could fall. Same for the Jets. If they beat the Bills, they could stumble all the way to 7 in a worst-case scenario. But they can't drop any further than that. But yes, if Giants win, they remove themselves from the 3-win club, and Jets lose, the Jets are, I don't want to call it 100% lock because there is some level of strength of schedule, but it's very, very likely they get the second overall pick, which again, in a lot of respects, would put them in a very nice position to, if there's multiple quarterbacks in this draft, which again, today and tomorrow, I believe today Dante Moore plays. Let me get the college football playoff bracket here so I can give you guys accurate the college football playoff accurate times for the game show. I know we have a couple of the games today. Let me see. Okay, so we've got, all right, so what do we got? Yeah, so, that's tomorrow. Wait, today's the 31st. Let me see where the 31st games. I know we have a 30. Yeah, so Miami, Ohio State is tonight, so we do have that one. The other ones are all tomorrow. I was mistaken. So Oregon, Texas Tech is tomorrow at noon. All right, so Dante Moore. Fernando Mendoza and Ty Simpson is tomorrow at 4. So we're going to have plenty of football to watch tomorrow. And that's it for quarterback conversation anyway. So those are the games to watch. So, yes, that'll be a good piece of the conversation. But no, so we have to see a little bit on strength of schedule. But no, it's very likely the Jets will get the second overall pick if those two things happen. Giants beat the Cowboys, Jets lose to the Bills, which, again, could be massive for how all that sets up. Lou B, let's add that to your totals for this month. Thank you for all the support, buddy. Appreciate you. You're one of the best. That gives you another raffle ticket, by the way. You're up to 11 raffle tickets so far this month. Appreciate it. We'll be drawing those winners tomorrow. All right, phone lines. Plenty of people want to call in. Let's start off with that.
Hey, guys. Hey, Paul. I'll tell you, one major thing is a major thing that would be like pissing in my Cheerios is if we win on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
That would be like I think my brains would start to seep out of my ears or something. After being record-setting bad, to be picking 7 or 8, or I would be like, we deserve that number 1. We earned that. We earned that one.
That is true. And that's what I was just saying to someone that I think we were talking about it yesterday with the Nick Ferry interview. Like I told him that, Jet fans are so frustrated because this appears to be, it's going to be one of the worst seasons we've ever had in the history of this franchise. And we've had some bad seasons.
Yeah.
And the fact that we know we're not getting the number 1 overall pick at minimum, like that's not happening. We've been eliminated. I told Nick, like, man, that's a frustrating thing for fans that we experience this god-awful season. And it would make a lot of people feel better. Well, at least we got the number 1 overall pick. Like, all right, well, we suffered, but for something. Like, to suffer, and then in your scenario, right, you beat the Buffalo Bills, and who knows if they're playing all their starters, and you beat them potentially, like, that would really take the wind out of the sails.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if they just straight up, like, the Buffalo Bills were playing for the AFC East, and the Jets, like, played spoiler and knocked them off.
Better.
Yeah, that's a bit more palatable. It would be harder. It'd be a more difficult challenge to see it the other way. We're going to have a Bills guy on the Thursday episode of Boy Green Meets Woody. I'm fascinated to hear his perspective. Are you guys resting starters? Like, what's happening here? Because they can play for seeding in the wild card. So I'm just curious what sort of their motivation. So we'll see. But the real question is, even if the Bills play their backups, could the Jets even beat the backups? Because I remember a couple years ago when Matt Barkley came in, we're like, Bills backups, these losers. And then we got our ass kicked by like 30 points. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. So guess you never know.
Hey, does that new Bills stadium, does that have a roof?
It does have a roof, yes.
Interesting. Okay, thanks, guys. I'll see you on the rebound.
All right, there he is. Hep joining us here on the program. Yeah, let me see if I can grab that real quick. Bills' new stadium. Let me see. I believe, or Highmark, whatever they want to call it. Let me see. I believe it has a roof. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah, Bills' new stadium, does it have a roof? I guess I could just ask the internet that. Oh, it does not have a full roof. It's called an open-air stadium, but features a large modern canopy covering 2/3 of the seating to shield fans from snow, wind, and rain while trapping noise. So the design is to keep classic cold-weather football experience, but improve the comfort level. So I'm seeing, like, pictures of it. So there's sort of like a hole in the top, but it's not a big hole. If that makes any sense, as I'm looking at the renderings of this. So so it is not complete. There's not a full ceiling capper on it, so it's not a full dome. So it's partial, I guess. So it's open-ish. Yeah, covered over the crowd. R&R is saying. So there you go, R&R. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly the terminology for that, but there you have it. All right, back to the phone lines here. Up next, Easy OC. Easy, we can't hear you.
I'm sorry. So basically, the new Bill Stadium is like the old Cowboys Stadium with the hole in the roof.
Correct. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. I should have just described it like that. That's correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can understand them wanting to keep their cold weather advantage, but it also does block a lot of the wind and the whipping around and stuff. So, you don't have to worry about Scott Norwood going wide right, I guess.
Yeah, right, which is what they talked about on Hard Knocks. They showed a couple of scenes. The Bills were on Hard Knocks during the offseason, and they showed a couple of things inside the new stadium of walking around, and they explained the science of it. Yeah, that wind is basically not going to be a factor inside there because of how they built it. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but if they get a blizzard, they're still going to have a shit ton of snow on the field.
Of course. Right.
I think they should have built a retractable where it's open and cold for like December and January games, but they close it for inclement weather.
Yeah,
but that's neither here nor there. I mean, it is.
Yeah, right.
It's Buffalo. I mean, I remember. See, you're a younger kid, but I remember back watching the old games in Minnesota. Oh my God. I don't know how those guys were able to play those games up in Minnesota in those old stadiums, man. That was crazy. That was football. You're talking the Packers and the Vikings at Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, you could see the guys with those icicles on their beards like Aqualung. It was crazy.
That's cool. It's a good visual.
Yep. But yeah, good for them. Too bad the Dolan family screwed us out of our beautiful new stadium on the West Side Highway next to the Javits Center.
What do you mean?
The Dolan family that owns Madison Square Garden. They're the ones that killed that football stadium on the west side of Manhattan.
Oh.
Because it was supposed to be right adjacent to the Jacob Javits Convention Center. And they were afraid it was going to take convention money away from MSG. So
that's too bad.
So of course, the rich billionaires, they paid off a couple of Hokies in upstate New York who really couldn't give a shit, and their constituents wouldn't give a shit, and they got them to vote no on the stadium. And they killed it.
That sucks. Oh, that sucks.
We were slated to have this gorgeous stadium. It would have like designated rail hubs to the stadium and bus lines area. It would have been great. You go right into Penn Station in Manhattan from Long Island, and then there was a train spur that would take you right to the West Side Stadium.
So we just doomed? Are we
great.
going to just keep staying at MetLife, or is there some plan to go get another stadium somewhere in New York?
The only place I could see them building another stadium in New York is if they built one next to where they built the IBS stadium, where the Islanders play right now.
Oh, okay.
The New York Islanders have that new complex arena in Belmont, the Belmont Park area, and or if they built another arena next to Citi Field. But I mean, there's a lot involved in doing that. First off, it's a lot of money, and then again, will the Dolan family kill that one too? I think they killed it because it was next to the Javits Center, and they were afraid of all the conventions and all that revenue that was going to be taken away from Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, hopefully we get our own stadium one day.
They get a lot of, the Garden gets a lot of money for that stuff.
Sure, no, of course, right. Yeah.
So, but anyway, getting back, I mean, the biggest part of the rebuild, if they're not going to fire Glenn, is they're going to have to get a whole new coaching staff. They're going to have to really evaluate what is needed and what they can get.
Yeah.
Because right now their offense is based on a running quarterback. Not for nothing, but Mendoza's not that. So that could be a smokescreen. You know how football is always like that. The Mendoza talk can all be a smokescreen. I mean, I think he's great. I'd love to get him. But he is much more of a pocket-style passer. Now, he can drop the ball and run, but that's not what he looks to do.
Yeah.
He's more, I would say he's more like a Steve Young, where he's really looking to throw the ball, but if there's nothing there, he's just going to take off and run with it.
Well, Steve Young was a dynamic runner. That'd be terrific.
I was just going to say, you could say a lot worse things about a quarterback than comparative to Steve Young.
That's for sure. Right, yeah, that'd be magical. Wow, okay.
But, I mean, the biggest concern I have, and somebody made a point of this yesterday, was nobody followed Glenn here from Detroit. Why is that? Well, I'm just saying, I'm not even talking, I'm talking players. Like Rex Scott, Jim Leonard followed him here, and Bart Scott, and a couple other guys. And they said they loved playing for Rex. They would name their children after Rex. They would cut off a toe for Rex.
Oh,
You
that's
don't
weird.
hear that about you. Well, he has a foot fetish, so I guess that would give throwing him. I'm kidding with that.
Wow.
But but my point was, Rex was truly beloved and trusted, and
Sure.
I don't think that Aaron Glenn is getting that kind of support from NFL players.
Why do you
And
think
I'm
that is?
I don't know. It could be his demeanor. It could be maybe that deep down inside they don't buy into it.
Okay.
They're not going to. Most of these guys are not going to publicly come out against him. They're not.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the closest thing we had to someone coming out against him was when Quinnen Williams begged him to be traded.
All right.
But he used it under the excuse, I don't want to be here for another rebuild and wait another 3-4 years.
Which,
And I can understand that because now he's been with the Jets. He was with the Jets, 6 years at that point?
let's see. So
I believe it
2019,
was
19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So his seventh season.
Yeah, 7 seasons, and he hadn't sniffed the playoffs.
No.
And he
no,
was just looking to a fresh start. I personally think he made a mistake in wanting to go to Dallas, but I think he grew up a Cowboys fan or something like that.
Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
He might have. I don't know. Then again, there's a lot of prestige for playing for America's team. It's like
Sure there is.
like
The
being a
big star on the
baseball
helmet.
player and getting to play for the Yankees. You know.
Yeah. Sure.
But I mean, I wish him well. I wish Sauce well.
All right.
But I really don't know how to fix this for 2 reasons.
Well,
one, who you're going to get, and if you can get them, who actually wants to come for a reasonable price without having to pay the jet tax.
That's
because
fair.
now if you come to the Jets, the Patriots are back, and they have a franchise quarterback and a franchise coach. The Buffalo Bills have a franchise quarterback and a franchise coach. They just had a down year. And the Dolphins, I mean, they have disarray there, but
yeah, they're a dumpster
they
fire.
seem to have, but they have, the dumpster fire to beat us twice and smack the shit out of us twice.
Well, that's true. I guess I'm throwing rocks from a glass house over here, but
So and so you got a coach and players that are going to come here saying, "Shit, we have to go through 3 teams to get to the AFC East Championship division." Yeah. I mean, they got to go through 3 teams, 2 of which who are very, very good, and one has a defending quarterback who's a MVP, and one who might win MVP this year. So it's not a good situation for the Jets. I mean,
Not
I'm
ideal.
being realistic, it's very
no, I
bad.
appreciate that. Yeah, right. Not good.
It's really bad. And me being a diehard Jets fan, I love my team. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're going to be good. I don't think that Aaron Glenn is the guy who can turn it around. I think we need a Bill Parcells. We need a bona fide winning head coach to come into this place and make the players actually see somebody who's been there, done that consistently, and actually made it to the top. Because at this point, with all the bluster and all the bullshit, Aaron Glenn ain't gotten shit out of this team.
Well, what about this? Because I've heard a few people mention what you said. Man, it's crazy that Aaron Glenn hasn't gotten people to come over here. And Dunk Lloyd brings this up. I'm not worried about that no one came. Why would they have left a Super Bowl contender with the Detroit Lions for the Jets? I mean, that's a good point.
Hey, people came from fucking Baltimore.
I guess that's true. But the
And
Jets
they
at
had
the
a good
time
head
were
coach.
perceived differently, though, right? In 2008, the Jets started 8-3 with Brett Favre, so it wasn't like they were some dump team. When Rex Ryan came over, the Jets were at, I don't want to say height of their powers. They didn't win a Super Bowl since insert when, but they were a very respectable team in the early mid-2000s. So it wasn't as if they were a dumpster fire.
Well, there were questions as to whether the staff, I mean the personnel, the roster was good enough. Rex is the one who came over and said, "I can win with this roster."
Of course, right? Yeah.
Rex is the one who said that. I can win with this team. The difference between Rex and Aaron Glenn is Rex walked the walk, and Aaron Glenn has crawled on his belly back under a rock.
Well, let's see.
Metaphorically speaking, with the record.
No. Right. Rex Ryan got, whatever it was, 6 years. So let's see what AG does
He
in year
talked
2.
the talk and he walked the walk.
Let's see if AG can walk the walk. Let's see. Well, if, we're going to find that answer out this offseason, Easy. Appreciate the call. Let's go next up here. It's One Punch Barriga. What's up, Dave?
Hey, good morning, Paul.
Good
How
morning,
you doing
pal. Well, thank you. I woke up this morning.
Yeah, it's always good to get the other side of leg on the other side of the bed, rather.
That's it.
Anyway, I'm out of words. I'm out of words for this whole franchise.
Yeah.
Only thing I could say is, you invite different opinions. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you noticed what was going on yesterday in the chat. There was this one guy that was coming after me.
Whoa.
NC Green.
Okay.
Yo Holmes.
Whoa.
Everybody has the right to express our opinions.
Uh-huh.
We all know what's going on here. Glenn's going to get another year.
Yep, for sure.
So some of us feel that, because of, the lack of progression and any type of enthusiasm shown by the players towards playing, maybe he needs to be replaced. Maybe he doesn't, but we all have a right to do it. That one guy was in the chat yesterday, came at us old timers, unbelievable. I forget his name.
Well,
but,
I didn't see who he was, but I just want to say this because I received some people. I didn't get to see whatever it was. I've just heard people say basically what you just said, where they came after him. I just want to make this perfectly clear, if I apparently haven't, that I welcome differing opinions on the show. The phone lines are open. I don't block people from calling in. If anyone wants to call in from A to Z, I don't judge. I let anyone call into the show that they want. Some people prefer never to call into the show and just go into the comment section. Obviously, people just be respectful. Everyone can have differing opinions. So we don't need name calling. We don't need going after people or their families or children or anything of that nature. I think we can all heartily agree or disagree. For instance, I know I'm on a minority island over here. If I want Aaron Glenn back, I know a lot of people don't. Right. And that's fine, but we can all have different opinions. So yes, let's try to keep it above board if we can in the comment section. Because if I see that sort of behavior, we talk about in some funny senses this Grinder and BMAC and all these other guys going in there, but people will get absolutely tossed from this channel if we're seeing nonsense in there of that sort of behavior. We all know the behavior which I'm referencing. It doesn't need to be analyzed. We can all tell pretty clearly if people cross a certain line. So please, folks, I don't want to do that. So let's just all have some hearty, passionate conversations in the comment section or live on the show and do it with class, please.
Right. Well, just because somebody thinks they might be 30 or 40 years younger than somebody and they know everything, which apparently they haven't been around the block as a fan. And then I make a comment like maybe if Glenn if he's here next year and doesn't succeed, he'll be gone, which I put in capital letters. And this guy puts to me the next statement that maybe I'll be 75 years old next year and be dead. Well,
Jesus.
If he was that, if he put that in my face, if he looked at my face and said that, he wouldn't be standing up. Because believe me, 75 years or what, you'd have to kill me to get me down in the ground, okay? So if I see him again in this chat, he shouldn't be allowed to do anything. Because, you don't do that type of stuff. And he was coming after Yo Holmes and NC Green and myself and others. And he's just a punk. So that's all.
Whoever that is, I don't know who that is, but whoever that is, you guys let me know whoever that is, and we'll take care of it.
Right. But listen, we're losing generations of fans here, maybe at least one generation. Yeah. When you see a stadium empty like that, I mean, it's just sickening. 15 years of this stuff. And, I talked to Jay. Jay wants Glenn to stay. I get it. I get it. But, if he stays, we got to have some kind of tweak in here. London's, you see what happened. They brought in Fields. Who was the quarterback's coach? London, right? Was he teaching this person? I don't know. The system they were trying to run, the kid couldn't run the system. He couldn't throw the ball. He was, he was shell shocked. He's gun shy. I don't know. But, I mean, we have some good coaches there. Banjo, the offensive line coach. I'm willing to, Egg Strand, let's give him a chance if he gets a quarterback. But you got to bring in, I put in the comments, get a guy like Dable. If you bring in a quarterback, we've never developed these quarterbacks in years. If you don't have a coach to do it, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going here?
Yeah.
You want Glenn to stay, but things got to be tweaked.
I agree. 100%.
We're not. Nobody wants to see anybody fired. I'm the last guy. I want to give everybody a chance. But you know what? This is supposed to be a professional football team. It doesn't have the semblance of it. Not a semblance. I mean, Paul, what do you? I mean, you're a
I
Glenn
agree.
guy.
Yeah, I'm a Glenn guy, but I agree with what you're saying. So I'm a Glenn guy. I'm not like a Glenn guy. Nothing's wrong. Run the whole thing back. He's going to be great. I'm a Glenn guy. If you come back, which it sounds like by all accounts he's going to come back, then there are dramatic changes that need to happen, both roster-wise and coaching-wise. Charles London was the guy. Like I said, I talked with him with Rich yesterday. I said, man, this guy just concerns me. This guy's a running back. And he's coaching our quarterbacks, and obviously he did a terrible job this year. And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to say, oh, don't worry, he'll be great with a young quarterback. And he is the leader and director of his maturity, his maturation, and his development. That scares the crap out of me. So no, if Aaron Glenn comes back, which it looks like he's going to, I would say, Charles London, get the hell out of here. Give me a veteran, senior offensive guy that's been around the block, that knows what quarterback development looks like, has had success with it, and add him to the room. And obviously the defense needs to be blown the hell up, both roster personnel-wise and with the coaches. So, yes, a lot of changes need to happen for me with AG this offseason, and we need to see it.
Well, we have to have some semblance of progress here. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen this week, but it would be totally Jets to win this game.
It would be very Jets to win this
it would
game.
Be totally Jets. I mean, I've seen everything through the years, but these the last few years have just been so disturbing. I mean, it's just
very
the
sad.
team that it's not even a team. It just doesn't. When you play sports as I did, it's many of the guys in the chat, yourself included. We know when you get on that field, get on the ice, get on the court, whatever it is, you're going to give you 100%. I don't care who the coach is. I got to look at myself in the mirror when the game is over, okay?
That's right.
And see if I gave it my best and give it my best to try it. And I always try to do that in my own personal life and sports, whatever it is. And these guys just don't appear that they do that. I don't know if it's the current generation, what's going on here, but you just don't go in there and get a paycheck and go home and, just do what you want to do. You're playing for fans like we that have been around for a long time. We expect results, achievement, as I put it, as the world I grew up in put it. We want to seek the best we could do. And that means you got to put out, the best of your efforts every day. And we all have off days. Nobody doubts that. Nobody's 100% in this life, but we're supposed to give it. So listen, let's have respect. Don't be a wise guy. I appreciate Paul. I appreciate everybody's opinions. But, whoever has a problem, just grow up and get real. Be a man or a woman, whatever the case is. Just don't come after me or anybody else. Because if you do it, just name the spot and I'll meet you there. 75 years old and what going on? Believe me, I fear no one.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not because of any pride. Just because of the way I believe. Okay. God bless Paul, you, and everybody else.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you. One Punch Brigga joining us here on the program. I would say to the last point about athletes that are in our comment section, whether you play at the high school level or wherever you saw it, to me, I didn't care what the coaching situation was. You played for your teammates. You on tape for yourself. You play for yourself. I don't want to go to film the next day and they're like, look at Paul half-assing it out there. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me. I carried my father's last name, the full name rather, Paul Eston Sr., Paul Eston Jr. My father had a conversation with me when I was very young, like basically don't do anything to disrespect our name, and you have my name, so don't disrespect it. And I took great pride in that. So 100%, all the people out there, you carry your own, and you always carry your own. Man, absolute legend to have Dave Brigga here on the program. I see we have some more memberships being gifted, excuse me. First off, Uncle Indy says, hit the damn like button. What the hell are y'all waiting for, baby? We got 400 people in the room and over 100 of those on YouTube. Like that video. It's free. It's right there. That's how this Jet Show gets in front of other Jet fans out in the universe. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you, everyone that has liked the video so far. If you haven't, make sure you make it a part of your routine. Like the video. I see we have a Membership being gifted. Look at John paying it forward after receiving a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. He is now gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Hey now. Everybody, if you receive a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, the coolest thing you could do is pay it forward by gifting a membership to somebody else and spreading the love of the Boy Green Coffee Club. So I hope you guys are able to do that. If you're in a position to do that, it's only $2.99 a month. So make sure you take full advantage of that. And John, you just got yourself a raffle ticket for a contest this month. So you're in the running, baby. You're in the running. By the way, this membership went to, let's see who got paid forward in such a way. Let's see. Let's hit this refresh button here on YouTube, and then we'll go back to the phone lines here. Plenty of people want to call into the program. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Let's take a gander. What do we got cooking? We got cooking. Yeah, by the way, only 54 likes, but we have over 100 people in the room. What the hell are you people waiting for? Come on now. Hit that like button. It's a free way to contribute. That membership went to JC Jets. JC Jets, welcome back. John just gifted you that membership. Take full advantage. At the end of the month, you'll get a chance for a re-sign button. Make sure y'all hit it. Yeah, baby. Damn straight. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here on the program. Let's go to a Jets content creator that has a product that is often imitated but never duplicated. It's Snowball, baby, from Jets Worldwide. Wow.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, I guess, right? Isn't it?
I did hear that once. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that once before. Good morning, Mr. Boy Green. Listen, this is probably the toughest pill to swallow as a Jets fan. This transition from year one of AG to year two.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a flag in the wind. I have been with him, against him. I mean, it's been definitely difficult this year. So I don't know what to expect year two.
Mm-hmm.
The reality of the fact is this, that he has done a really bad job.
Yes.
He has not had all the tools in the tool chest. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been definitely a difficult year. So I don't see how they don't, if available, if Mendoza, Moore, or Simpson are available to us. We don't know that yet. Again, reality is there's one quarterback available at this point. So
yes,
if they all three are available, I don't see how they don't escape the top three without taking one of these quarterbacks. I think Muji and Glenn have to hitch their wagon to a star, so to speak. So like, you have to take a quarterback. I mean, I think their career depends upon it. For me,
I think you're right. No, I think you're right. I think some people may see that as some hyperbolic thing, but to me, like, you need hope. If they just trot out, Brady Cook and Kyler Murray and some random
Marcus
guy,
Mariota.
Tyrod Taylor or something, sure, right. Like, that's not inspiring hope. If we go through this shit show of like 0-6 or 1-5 or whatever it is, we're like, and what's our future, man? We have no future outside of these future 3 first-round picks, which is just like, the grass is greener on the other side. Eventually down the road, we'll see something. Like, if they draft any of those guys, Fernando, Dante Moore, Ty Simpson, anybody, there's we got our guy. We got our thing that's developed in the lab behind the scenes. It's bubbling, and everyone's going, hey, when we open this door, you fans are not going to believe it. So, like, I agree. I think the entire career, which sounds over the top, but it is their future tenures with the Jets. I think it's all over that. Yeah.
And I think it's important to Woody Johnson too, because he's got to put tushies in the seats. You know, he's got to fill the stadium. So if it is the way it is right now, the way MetLife Stadium looks right now at 8:34 a.m. on New Year's Eve, it's going to look like that a lot. You know, during the season, or you're going to have opposing fans in the seats. So,
which is worse,
right. So a losing situation right now, and to Rich Cimini's credit, listen, he has worked with this organization for a long time. So I'm not going to discredit his words, but he said that they were shocked when the Sauce Gardner information came out. So shock is not a thing. Like, it is a thing. Woody Johnson turns on a dime. I know that it's not typical with him with coaches, and I get it, but I thought Saleh was a shock. You know?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right?
People asked me. No, sure. I was on when Robert Saleh got fired from the Jets. I was on the radio, and my radio partner goes, "Hey, Paul, breaking news. Your thoughts?" And I was just, it's like, Paul, come on, it's a radio show. Give us words. Right. And just like, Woody Johnson's never fired a coach midseason ever, and we played for first place in the AFC East this week. What the hell?
Right.
So I was just, I was flabbergasted.
And he called for Tony Adams to be benched. So like
that was so weirdly specific. I still can't believe that happened, but yes, yeah.
Right? But this man is like I'm trying to make the point of like he is unpredictable.
Right,
he is unpredictable. There is a characteristic of him that is unpredictable. I'm not wishing that Aaron Glenn gets fired.
Yeah,
I'm not wishing that he does. If he did, I would like according to your scale, I would be like 2.
Like, ooh, interesting.
Right.
Okay. Well, I think it's good that you brought this up because, right, and I trust Rich like nobody's business. You've been covering the team for 4 decades. Like, I trust the things that he says. But to your point, like at the end of the day, there's one man that makes this decision. And if he just randomly wakes up in the morning and goes, "Yeah, I'm done." Like, so no matter what insider says, like Rich isn't Woody Johnson, right? So no matter what gravitas and expertise and insights and everything. That's the one thing you can't predict. And I've been ignoring that until you just said it, and you say it, and it's like, oh, like if he just decides to fire a guy, he's not checking with Rich saying, "Hey, buddy, watch this." Like he's just going to do whatever he feels. So yes, there is. Yeah. We have to leave. It's never 100%. I've dressed it up this entire show like it's 100%, but that would be unfair because there is whatever percentage you want to give. That at any point, Woody can just, whether he's listening to fans or anybody, just decide, "I'm blowing this shit up." That's true.
Yeah, that's the truth. All right. So, with that being said,
yes, sir.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you.
Do the Esdens have plans this evening? Are you doing anything crazy?
Stranger Things. I mean, of course, we got the Stranger Things finale drops tonight at some point, so I'm going to try to make sure I get all my Jets work done. So, like, I'll have that window for my fiance to watch that with her. So we will have some of that. I've only done the ball drop thing once. It was me, Tatiana, and her. She had friends from Massachusetts, and we all stayed up and drank alcohol and played random games. And hey, the ball dropped. I've only done that once. The rest of it, I'm too old. I go to sleep, and I'm like, all right. Let me know when the ball dropped. I'll be dead asleep in the middle of the night. So yeah, nothing crazy beyond that. Yeah,
yeah. My ancient ass will probably be asleep.
So cheers to those who do it. I'm not trying to crap on your celebration, but
yes.
I probably won't be there with you. Yeah,
have fun. Have fun. Before I go, can I just
some plugs?
Can I plug Friday night? Okay.
Yeah, so,
please. Listen, if you have been watching social media, TikTok especially, there has been a legendary addition to the Jets community. His name is Joe, and his little son Jax. He has been reading him stories about the Jets and educating his son about the history of the New York Jets. So on Friday's show, we will have Joe on, and he will be recapping the Jets season with us as a longstanding Jets fan. So maybe Jax will make an appearance on the show. So if you'd like to witness, I don't know. I'm just trying to include like people from Jets lore onto the show. So yeah, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night. Join us, and let's talk to Joe and Jax.
Oh, wow. That's going to be cool. I love that. That's going to be a highly anticipated show. That has gone viral. It's been everywhere. It's been on news stations, sports stations, everywhere. So that's hilarious and makes us all think about our children and Jet fandom and raising them in certain ways. So a lot of feelings are getting thrown around there. So, yeah, awesome. I can't wait for that show. That's going to be awesome. Also, Snowball, I'm going to give you a tip. And thank you to everyone so far that's done this. All the raffle tickets for Johnny Boy has been so moving. And it's been a crazy situation. And I found out because of you about what the hell was going on. I was scared beyond belief. And so it's been great to continue to hear about the good news about his recovery.
Yeah, it's good to have his butt in the seat next to me on Friday. So
that's right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same. And listen, it almost wasn't the same, which is the very scary thing. So take care of your health. Take care of yourself. Take care of the health of others. If you have a loved one who is in need of health help, if you can provide it yourself, please do. If you can facilitate an organization to help them out at any point, please do that as well, because it is very important to keep people on this earth, and especially the people we love. So with that, Happy New Year, everybody. Take care, and go Jets.
There he is, Snowball, joining us here on the show. By the way, speaking of health, I got my physical today. So fingers crossed, all right? Fingers crossed. But no, in all seriousness, shout out to Snowball. He gifted a bunch of raffle tickets for Johnny Boy today, and beautiful, very beautiful. I see we have a super chat shout out coming in from Man with Rake. I love Man with Rake. Man with Rake. All right, we got a super chat coming in.
Wow.
Man with Rake has been here for 15 damn months. AG's not the guy to develop a rookie quarterback. Maybe he's not. But hopefully the person he hires is. That's what we're looking for. Hopefully the person he hires is. That's what we're talking about. That's what we need. We need somebody who has some experience in said department. We'll see if that happens. Let's go back to the phone lines. We've got Disco Mr. Famous Fulton here on the show.
Good morning, Paul. Happy New Year to you.
Oh, Happy New Year. It sounds like there's a party at the Mraz residence.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for the festive tonight.
Okay, nice. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be partying all night, watching the ball drop.
There you go.
And there's a special going to be on there as well with Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, cool.
It's going to be for the Muppet Show 50th anniversary. And Miss Piggy's going to be on the show tonight.
Miss Piggy?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Are you a Miss Piggy fan?
I am. I sure am.
Okay, great. Shout out to Miss Piggy. Okay.
So, but the ball drop is gonna be patriotic.
Okay.
And it's gonna be the 250th birthday for America.
Oh wow. Okay. Shout out USA. 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 Beautiful.
So
right.
yeah.
You want to show us a disco ball here, Mr. Famous?
Yeah,
Fulton?
sure. I would do that for you.
Yeah, show us what the hell's cooking in there at the Mraz.
Yes. Yeah, it's everything that's going to be happening. So
okay, let's see. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, that's sweet. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Look at all those rainbow colors on the carpet too. That's cool.
Yeah. I know, right?
Okay, that's sweet, man. Okay, do you have any music playing in there? What's going on?
I don't have any music today.
Okay, all right.
So,
okay. Yeah, dance to the beat of your heart. That's all you need, pal.
Yep, I'm wearing my new disco suit tonight, so I'm gonna be partying like it's 1999.
Great. When were you born, Mr. Famous Fulton?
1999, Paul.
Oh, you were? Okay,
Yep.
Great. Okay,
Mhm.
that's a good year. Okay, well, congratulations, Mr. Famous Fulton.
And it's my year. Since I'm still 26, it's still my year. So
yeah, you're a young guppy. Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have any New Year's resolution, Paul?
Yes, I do. It's to get less fat. I'm going to have a physical today, and I imagine he's going to be like, "Wow, you are, like flubber. You're like a big fat bastard." I imagine is what my doctor's going to tell me. So I got to lose weight. So the thing is that my new job, I'm here at the house a lot, so I'm sitting in the seat all the time doing work. I just got to get in the habit of like going for walks and doing. I haven't been doing Taekwondo in a while, so yeah. So a New Year's resolution. It's kind of like a classic one that everyone has is losing weight, but yeah, I want to be around for my family for a long time, and being healthy will give me an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and I've got the last physical therapy coming up this Friday.
Okay.
So my Dr. Andy is gonna discharge me, and see how I do, and then I'll probably do like workout somewhere for Special Olympics and stuff like that.
Cool.
So yeah, so that's my plan. So just gonna do the best that I can and get some exercise. Go ahead.
Hey, that's all you can do. No, last thing here is there's some people in the audience saying, "Can you sing a song?" Do you have any songs prepared to send us into New Year? Do you have anything?
I'm gonna try. I'm
we'll go
gonna
full
try to.
screen. Okay.
I'm gonna try to write a new song for America for 250th birthday for him.
Okay, nice.
So.
All right. Do you want to sing something? A Christmas
Sure.
song or whatever you got on you? Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead,
I
please.
got it. I can
right.
sing "Singing in the Rain" then.
Okay, great. Okay, here we go.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling! I'm happy again. I'm loving the clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from a place. Come on with the rain, I've got a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing, singing in the rain.
Thank you, Mr. Famous Fulton. Thank you for gracing us with that. You keep partying like
Thank
it's
you.
1989, and eventually,
Yep.
I'm sure we'll see you in that disco suit.
Sounds great. I was seeing your pictures, Paul.
Thanks, pal. You're the best, buddy.
You're welcome. Thanks. Have a good New Year.
There he is. You too, Mr. Famous Fulton, gracing us with his presence here on the program. We have over 400 people in the room, and like that video, hit subscribe. Up next, Philly Doodles.
Hello.
Philly, do you have a
Good
song
morning.
prepared or what?
Do I got a song prepared? No,
Yeah.
I do not.
Okay, all right. Stay
Definitely
in your
not.
lane.
Famous
Okay.
Paul,
No
killing
worries.
it, bro.
Okay, there you go.
The
Nice.
pipes. Him and Easy need to do a duet. I'll just start that
Ooh.
now.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
We'd
Easy
like
is
a duet.
back against that so far. Maybe he just doesn't want to hog Mr. Famous Fulton's spotlight. I'm not sure what the reason is, but yeah.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
take
Well,
that
I would say his conversational skills would hog up because my New Year's resolution is to stop cutting off my fiance and for Easy to stop cutting off himself and everybody else. Oh, as we speak.
That's a good
That's
one.
the resolution.
Let's see how that.
Oh yeah, let me share a story. It was funny when
I
you
love stories.
started
Okay.
talking about real quick the new year and like you doing 1 year I you know da da da. I thought you meant you went to the ball drop. I went to the city ball drop.
Oh
1 year.
no! I have not. I've not
Never
gone
again.
to the city drive. The only experience, and I want to hear your story. The only experience I've heard is my radio partner went to the ball drop in New York, and he was in a crowd of people, and there was just a lot of people around. And I don't know if there was a game they were doing like all the kids are doing now, but as my radio partner, Jimmy, is watching the ball drop, someone comes out of nowhere in the crowd and sucker punches him. Runs up and he doesn't see it coming. It just gets unloaded on and he goes falling down to the ground. And this guy books it. And Jim has no idea. Like he has no idea who it was or what happened. Was it a random thing?
Oh.
Like I said, I know all these TikTok kids are doing these crazy, stupid shit where they're trying to. It's like knockout or something. Like you're just in a substation or something, and they're like, "Hey, just go see if you can randomly knock that guy who's just standing there." So they do all kinds of stupid shit. But yeah, Lurch tells me that story, and I'm sure it wasn't funny for him, but I just like, what the hell? You're just, wow, this ball's gonna. I just bang, and just getting sucker punched out of nowhere, full force, like Jesus. So yeah, he'll have to tell that story. That's crazy.
Shit, I didn't get punched in the face, but mine was like, I guess a punch in the face of reality. So I went with my cousin. He was older. He's older than me, and me and him were like, all right, we'll just go with each other. Screw it. We get to the city, and we're like, all right. He's like, we're trying to figure out, all right, where we're gonna stand. We found a spot, and we thought we'd get there early enough. We didn't, and we're like, all right, we got to have enough alcohol to, really have a good time. And unfortunately, we didn't bring enough because to combat the cold weather, you need to be drinking and get drunk for that.
Keep your warm in the belly. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Warm in the belly, warm in the heart, and burning through the throat. You want hot. You want spicy liquors. You want to get liquored up, and we were not liquored up enough. And we were around some girls chilling with themselves and some random
All
people.
right.
First off, we get told Ludacris is going to be there this year. We're like,
wow, cool.
Fire. We're like, this is dope. Okay, Ludacris came on and played like a song and a half, way the hell far down like 34th Street, like far as hell. And we're like, we could barely see him. Lionel Richie went on like 7 times repeating the same songs. We were like, we're like, no, wrong guy. We're like, this is not. So we're just pissed off. So now we're just pissed off and barely drunk, right?
Yeah, right.
And then they had Sway when he was doing the morning show in New York City.
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah, with MTV. He was, video jockeying, and he's asking us between. So this is legit. When they ask you between, cuts and everything, you're in studio, guys, cheer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, you're going to oblige. Bro, it was so cold. Half of us were like, F you, Sway. It's New Yorkers, typical. F you, Sway.
Yeah, right.
It's too cold. I had chapped lips for like 2 weeks. Bro, we're just flipping out. We're cursing at him. And I swear, he looked at me dead in the eyes, was like, you mother. He's like, I was like, oh, no, I better shut up before they tell me to get out. So anyway, long story short, this dude next to us, older guy, he was getting liquored up, bro. He was lit.
Yeah.
Some woman goes, I gotta use the bathroom. She asks the cop. He goes, all right, go down there. I think that shop's open. The old dude, he was like, I gotta go, and we're like, okay. At one point, my boy goes to me. My cousin goes, yo, do you hear that? And I hear this girl behind me going, oh my god, the dude. And I feel the old guy hit me in the shoulder. He's like, my bad. He starts urinating on the street behind me, using me as a shield. He's like, don't move, man. I'm like, what? My cousin's like, yo, what? He's like, get out of there. I'm like, oh, damn. Bro, it was the wildest thing in the world. I'm like, dude, we're going to get thrown out of here because he's using me as a shield.
That is against the law. So, yeah, that was
and there's cops all around us. I'm like, this is crazy. So anyway, it happens. The ball drops, bro. You go like blind with all the confetti. But we were like, damn, bro, we had to wait like 2 train rides after the fact. And they get flooded out going back to the island and everywhere.
Sure.
It was an experience, I'd say. You have to go really liquored up, having a lot of fun and staying in the city. Other than that.
And avoid being a piss shield.
And no Lionel Richie. That's right.
Yeah,
the whole combination right there.
Wow.
I say all that to say
you should do it. So you're saying if you're out there in the universe, you've never done it, you should at least check it off the bucket list.
No. I was gonna say I say all that to say that I would fire Aaron Glenn for Tomlin or John Harbaugh.
That's full circle. I love that.
They can piss all over his paperwork.
All right, there you go. Nice.
Piss all over it. Shield. Woody can shield them. Woody can be like, hey, guys, don't worry what's happened back there. It's just paperwork. It's just legals. We're getting, it's just legalities. Don't worry about it. Those would be the two, only because you have to really sell us on, a Vrabel walking in. So I don't like the comments that people make. Well, Vrabel was here. We should have hired him. He leveraged us just the way Bill Belichick did. That's all he did. He leveraged us for a move. People, like, get that through your heads. Yeah, that was a leverage move. He's a Patriot. You think he's going to join the Jets? Come on, man. That's like Tom Brady passing footballs for us. Are you serious?
So, yeah, because Zach Rosenblatt, so he did that whole Vrabel story where he got to hang out with Vrabel during all that time that he was in between jobs or worked for Cleveland, I guess, technically, as like a consultant.
Mm-hmm.
And, Zach said that after Vrabel interviewed the Jets and went to the Patriots, he said, I can tell you guys this 1,000%. He did not leverage the Jets. But it seems hard to not think that he did a little.
Liar. Come on, man.
It's hard to not think it. Like, that he knew it would ruffle the feathers of the Patriots to see him doing that, and then that could push him. They were, are we going to fire Mayo or not? And that it's interesting that we get the interview because we had already fired Saleh, so we can interview whoever the hell we want, and we're interviewing him, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're going to fire Mayo." Boop boop, and then it's the shammest interview of all time.
What do you mean? I thought they interviewed Jingle, John, and Heimer and Schmidt. Right?
Yeah, so
those guys. Yeah, that's a great combination. It's like a legal team.
Legit. Right.
It's a legal team. They basically
unbelievable. And the Patriots try to defend it. No. These are legit guys. They've never interviewed for head coaching jobs ever in their lives. I
don't know, man. I'm just. It is what it is. The worst indictment on top of all the things that have been said and the Justin Fields move would be to win this week. you'd hurt yourself as a GM and head coach.
Dramatically, right?
Would.
The potential be at 2 and you go to 7. Because, let me make sure I have the score or not scores here. 1 second. So Jets play interestingly. Oh yeah, folks. For those who don't know, Jets Bills are 4:25 this week. We've been playing 1 o'clock games all year, so we were 4:25. So for those who are like, oh man, can't wait for the play-by-play of Boy Green, like what the hell? Yeah, it's at 4:25, folks. You're trying to watch the game. But the interesting thing is, and I want to make sure I had this correct, we will know whether the Giants won or lost before we take the field. So if the Giants beat the Cowboys, the Jets will know if we lose to the Bills, we get the number 2 overall pick. So we will know that before it happens. Yeah. Go ahead.
They're at home?
Who, Giants?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Giants are at home against Dallas. Yep.
I mean, you've seen Stranger Things. No pun intended, but pun intended.
But also, did you see the Jerry Jones thing yesterday? He's basically indicated that Dak Prescott is not playing the whole game.
Oh, shit.
So they're going to play him for hey, he gets his start for whatever that means for people. Although he's been injured a lot, so I don't think that means as much to him like Eli Manning back in the day. But
no, financials probably.
Yeah, right. Yeah, probably playing time incentives or something. So he's going to play, and it sounds like he's going to get pulled. So that would, in theory, increase the Giants' chance of winning. So
listen, Dart's coming along for them. Good for them. Kudos. Hey, if Dart and the Giants want to do us a favor, go ahead and whoop that ass. Go ahead.
There we go.
And
that would help us twice, right?
Pops.
It would help us. It would help us 3 times. You're right. So they win, we could get the number 2 pick. They win, the Cowboys pick is worse in the second round, which is good for us. Bang. And then third, Pops. Suck on that, baby.
There you go. And you get your holiday wish, maybe. I don't know.
Triple combo.
It is hey, guys, heads up. You know what I mean? No matter who is ahead of the regime or not, we just want to see our team progress in the future. So it is what it is. Let's roll with it.
Appreciate you, Philly.
Happy New Year, dude. Baby. Yes, sir.
Happy New Year, pal. There he is. Philly Doodles joining us here on the program. Yes, everybody. I'll be back on in less than 2 hours. We have a live show coming up at 11 o'clock. We're going to be talking NFL. So if you guys would like to send in any more raffle tickets, that will be your opportunity to do so. I want to give a shout out to MFC, Jared B, number 1 Austin Jet fan, NC Green, DNY for Life, Frankie, Lou B, Super Jets fan, John LG, and also Snowball via Super Chat PayPal or PayPal Venmo action of sending in those raffle tickets. So all those raffle tickets are accounted for. Those all are added to the pile. If you guys want to add any more, you guys can do that during our 11 o'clock show, and I believe that's my last show today. Let me check in my head. Yes, that will be my last show today. So 11 o'clock, we'll be on for like an hour talking NFL. I got a physical and all kinds of other crap to get to. So, folks, like the video, hit subscribe. I got one last plug, folks. If you haven't, please, I'd really appreciate if you guys can check out my interview. If you could carve out 20 minutes, it'll be well worth your time. I spoke with Rich Cimini, baby. Here it is. I'll put it up, our little promo graphic. I spoke with Rich Cimini, a 20-minute interview. We talked about one of my favorite Jets players of all time, Lavernius Coles, who, after a wildly successful career where he made over $40 million in his playing career, he is now a police officer in Jacksonville, and he got pepper sprayed in the face and tased as part of his training to be a police officer. It was incredibly difficult work. Rich Cimini said he took this photo of Lavernius Coles in his police uniform. And of course, a job security update on Aaron Glenn and all kinds of other fun stuff. So I hope you guys check it out. It's a fun, jam-packed 20 minutes. So again, that interview is already up. It got posted last night. It's in my video section, or just search Rich Cimini Boy Green. It should pop up in that form or fashion as well. So I really hope you guys check it out. And folks, I try to do this for you, especially during the off season. And interestingly, when things are happening in the season, I try to get you guys the biggest guests I can get that either have insights or great stories or anything. So we'll be doing a lot of that during the off season. So hopefully, everybody, if you have not seen that interview yet, you get a chance to check it out. Check out the interview. The interview is fully released, so hopefully you guys get a chance to watch that at some point today. Well, happy New Year's Eve, everybody. If I don't see you at 11 o'clock for a live show talking NFL and everything else, happy New Year to all of you. Enjoy Stranger Things tonight for those partaking, and thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. We'll see you at 11 in just a little bit. Take care.